and welcome to the Joplin History and Mineral Museum. A little bit of a funny combination there, and it's situated in lovely parkland in Schiffler Park, I think it's called. It's got some agricultural equipment on the other side, and the golf course. Immediately behind the museum is the swimming pool, so sort of a recreational area, and it's got an interesting dragon here on it made out of car parts. And what we come along to see is not only the minerals, but we believe there's a special exhibit on the Tornado EF5, and out the front we found some Aganacia flowers with butterflies on them and bees trying to eat the grubs. So we just thought we'd show you. The butterflies. And this is a native garden, and this is their pet dragon. Now the pet dragon is known as Leonard. So that's Leonard. Bit of a project there, but that's Leonard. So if you meet Leonard, you know who and what he is. Made out of an old car and parts there of it. Now, Leonard here was a creative project when the kids had students pick up usable trash from the streets. And then the teacher welded the main parts together, and then the kids all used pliers and wire to finish off Leonard. And Leonard's now forever outside the museum. Right, we're inside the museum now. See the Stars at Hope there in the background, signage, things from the school, Ozark Street sign, see it, Joplin sign. It's all genuine, and you can see the devastation in the photos here. Just mountains of rubbish that once were homes. Vehicles wrecked everywhere. Homes just destroyed. That's a vehicle actually there. This gives you some idea of the swathe of destruction that went through. You see this house here. There's a car, not too much damage, top story gone, but all around it, just nothing. And then we go back here to the anniversary, and people looking for food, shelter. This one here, I do believe that's probably the old medical centre in the background there. Vehicles just piled up, they've been checked for bodies. Parts of the house, that bike was ridden by a gentleman that went through a tsunami, and he came across here to help the people here.
I'm sorry I left my used to put it running.
The side fighting for the freedom of everybody.
Right, so we're walking around the museum, and it goes right from the very beginning of Joplin, which was Blytheville, into the Civil War era.
We had more around here on that.
Kennedy visited
We have
when he opened the airport.
some uniforms and things like that.
Charles Schiffendicker, and the grand box piano over there. This is Schiffendicker Park where this is. So inside the lovely furniture. Isn't that the things that people that era had? Schiffendicker, by the way, was a philanthropist. That's why this park's here. Main Street, Joplin. I remember Main Street, Joplin. It's on Route 66, where you get your kicks. So those of you who know about what I've done might recall the Indian Scout. I rode it down along Route 66 and down Main Street, Joplin. And I followed old historic Route 66, the one from 1930s. Ringling Brothers, Barton and Bailey circuses. Unfortunately, the woke people have stopped the circuses, the greatest show on earth. And this little miniature here is absolutely
The
unique.
Dorothea B. Hoover Museum welcomes you to the greatest show on earth to view the Reading and Atchison miniature circuses. These animated miniature circuses, consisting of thousands of individual pieces, are the results of years upon years of tireless effort. The circus on the left is the Reading Circus, which was graciously given by the creator Leroy Reading. The elaborate circus located in the center and the colorful circus parade situated at the far corner are given by the daughters of Mr. and Mrs. Ned and Helen Atchison. This 1/2-inch scale replica depicts the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus as it existed in the early 1900s. This era is considered by most historians as the golden age of the circus. For the next 25 years, there would be hundreds of circuses touring the United States. The competition among all these circuses created the golden age of the circus in America because each show tried to outdo all the others. At the turn of the century, circuses were immensely popular. Schools, shops, and offices closed. Whole towns shut down on Circus Day to view the live performance. The day the circus came to town became as memorable as Christmas or the 4th of July. The circuses also enjoyed a time when other forms of entertainment were few in number. It would be some time before movies, radio, television, video recorders, and computers were viable forms of entertainment. The golden age of the circus started in the early 1870s. At that time, few American cities had the population base to support a full-time circus industry on a permanent basis. Therefore, American circuses grew almost immediately into road shows, appearing in any given community usually once a year. Enterprising individuals designed and built their circuses to travel. However, county roads were often a foot deep in mud, and circus wagons pulled by horses covered only 2 or 3 miles per hour. It was not until the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad network and the uniforming of the track gauge that the circus transportation burden was eased. The circuses adapted to the rails exceedingly well. The American Army took notes on how efficiently the circuses used the railroad, and by World War I, the United States Army was modeling their entire transportation system on the highly organized methods they learned from the circus. The portable canvas tent also played a major role in the development of the circus. Tents proved to be the ultimate solution for problems faced by the circus in frontier America. Large canvas tents guaranteed audience protection from inclement weather, provided the performers with a consistent setup for their acts, protected the circus from those who would watch without paying, allowed rapid setups and takedowns, and increased the mobility necessary for seeking new audiences. Circuses have been a part of the American culture for over 200 years. The first real circus appeared in 1793. The circus starred an English trip rider named Bill Ricketts and was modeled on the British equestrian extravaganza. It opened at the Capitol, then located in Philadelphia, and included among its many patrons President George Washington. Washington's aged white charger called Jack would later become Ricketts' star attraction. Through the years, the circus has permeated our lives, becoming an important part of our technology, language, and culture. The circus was responsible for demonstrating and introducing the advantages of electricity. Many communities have never been exposed to this revolutionary form of energy. The circus has also become an intrinsic part of our very language, providing us with a new vocabulary of words. The words jumbo come from the nickname of the oversized African elephant displayed from 1882 through 1885 in the Barnum and Bailey Circus. The common phrase, rain or shine, can be traced to the posters advertising the circus would go on no matter what the weather under the canvas big top. When a politician announces his candidacy for office by throwing his hat in the ring, he is following in the shoes of Woodrow Wilson, who did so literally in 1916. Wilson began his bid for re-election when the Barnum and Bailey Circus came to Washington by throwing his hat into the center of the ring. The recorded tape you are about to hear is taped from a live performance from the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Directing the circus band is the world-renowned Merle Evans. Evans, who grew up in nearby Columbus, Kansas, was the band director for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus for a half-century. Evans directed and played his cornet for an incredible 18,250 performances. Evans was also instrumental in the dedication of the Hoover Museum by participating in the ribbon-cutting ceremony in 1976. Numerous Merle Evans artifacts are on display to your immediate left. As one listens to the live performance, let your imagination go and enjoy the sounds of the circus while viewing the Reading and Atchison circuses and the many pictures displayed on the walls.
Doesn't that bring back some lovely memories? I'm sure most of us went to circus before the woke people, animal liberationists, everyone else destroyed a tradition, not only in America here, but a tradition around the world. So what did they achieve? Less and less animals have a place in the world. So that was a pretty dumb thing to do. They destroyed a family tradition. Family going to the circus together. Not that we don't have some, but you might like to tell us your thoughts on the circus. And this particular circus is in display, is in Joplin, Missouri, in the Joplin History and Mineral Museum. to go on the circus part?
You know what that piece of village is called?
I know you've got some.
You know what it's called?
No.
It's called whatnot,
That's right.
because it's put your whatnots on.
Yeah.
But they are rich, they're the red thing. They are the red thing. And you see, you put your whatnots on.
Yeah. A couple of the circus exhibit too. You get a chance. Airport circus exhibit. Here is beauty salon.
Auntie Zena had a doll like that. And the only doll I was ever given, I've still got.
I know, I've seen it. Is it Coca-Cola in a big glass gallon jug?
Did you just speak to me?
Sorry, yeah.
Did you just speak to me?
Did you see Coca-Cola in a gallon jug? See on the counter? See a gallon jug? See it's in the American flags?
Do you know what that was? You know what that was? You know, it's in the soda can. So that was the syrup. And that, what did they would do in the soda cans? They put it in a cup like this. And stir it. And that's what it was doing.
Milky Way?
Whole thing. Did you know the fella from here wrote the song Moonlight Day?
I haven't got that one.
He's very innocent. Words.
Ninepence?
Bootlace.
Fourpence?
Toothbrushes. Candy bars. 2 6 cents. Loose. 5-year-old bourbon. 4 ounces.
Half pint.
Half pint. Pine cone float.
$1.28.
Pine cone float. Postage stamps. And long parking license. Walnuts.
Old TV.
Gosh, that would have to be lovely. Penny farthing to do with that. And I think you could buy drugstore. That's what it was. It was called a drugstore. Mr. Miss Guns, the too complicated.
Yeah.
And they could mix up drugs for you.
Compound.
Mr. Shones, see, I said it there, I
Yeah.
expected with Mr. Shones. They've been making all of those Shones can't buy $100 or $200.
sir. The Times mentioned that the readership in Web City requires 150 papers every week, even though there were only 3 or 4 black families living there at the time. While the Times took strive to provide a platform for black residents with the uplift, they also sought to provide pertinent and engrossing news for anyone who would read their paper.
We've got all of these articles about, different things in the black community, and then here's this section talking about the birth of John Barrymore, the famous actor's daughter. And, but that was something that, I'm sure John Barrymore was a very, very prominent actor at that time, and so of course, everyone would have been interested to know what, about the birth of his daughter, so.
Unfortunately, the unification ideals of the Joplin Club were not shared by society as a whole, even among the black community. In this December 1928 issue of the Joplin Club, it's mentioned that Augustus Tutt was attacked by a local man after asking him to subscribe to the uplift. The Tutts sought support in advertising for both white and black-owned businesses. Despite these challenges, the uplift proved to be very successful. In its lifetime, the newspaper appeared in the city elections for 5 years, longer than any other local black newspapers in Joplin. The Tutts would later branch out to include other nearby communities.
So it started out as an innocent Joplin idea, and then it increased it to be Joplin Springfield. So they were able to get Canadian and Springfield, as well.
That bridge would ultimately go out of print in 1931, not long after the onset of the Great Depression.
Okay, having enjoyed a pinecone float for $1.28, it's time to have a little break. Hit the like button and tell us about what you know about history at your town.